Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I am in a new house. Not my house, but a house. If you haven't seen the million times that I have said it before, I'm moving and I have already moved, kind of. Our house is in the process of being sold right now. Our stuff is being in the process of moved to like storage. And we are currently in the process of trying to find a new house, which is not as fun as I thought it would be. It was much easier the first time. Our second house that we looked at, so the first time that we bought a house, it was literally the second or third house. It was the third house that we looked at, and we bought the house, and we were able to like beat out the other offers. This is significantly worse. We've already looked at, it's not even that bad. I'm just being super dramatic. We've already looked at like 7 houses, but they move like off the market so fast that we've looked through like hundreds of houses online and it's just a mess. And the worst thing is we actually found our dream house, but it was so far out of the city, it had no internet at all. So like we were looking into Starlink, but it's kind of a risk to buy a house and like hope that Starlink works. Because if not, we're stuck in a house with literally no internet, no AT&T, there's no Verizon, there's no, I was gonna list all the other ones, but my mind blanked, but literally nothing. We checked, Xfinity I think is the one that's here. Nothing, there's nothing. The internet listed was like hotspot. Like you have to use your phone's hotspot. Because we were getting some like phone connection, but otherwise, no. And I living without internet, I don't think that could happen, obviously, for obvious reasons. And my husband is a video game person, so it's not gonna work. So we are sad. We ate ice cream from a creamery the whole way back to our transitional house, which I'm in right now, which is why I have none of my stuff. So I accidentally left my computer back in the original house, so our realtor is kind of hanging on to it for me. Which is great. So there's gonna be no outro. The editing might be kind of funky in some of these videos. I'm hoping I have my laptop in the next 2 weeks. Fingers crossed. I'm currently using my gaming laptop, which I found editing on it software, and it's okay. I'm just trying to figure it out, and I don't know how like the file's gonna look at the end, so we're gonna see how it looks on YouTube. But there will be no outro because my outro is stored on my MacBook, which is in another state. Yeah, that was a really long intro to tell you guys I'm reading Bride. Like I already read it. I actually read it in the old house and just forgot to do an intro for it. And I don't have the physical book because it's packed away now, I think. I thought I brought it with me, which is why I'm surprised, but it's not. I can't find it. Like I have every other book that I thought I brought, but I don't have that one. So Bride, I'm just gonna pop it up right here. I read Bride and it's a wild ride. The expectations were low. The expectations for me to like the book were low. The expectations for me to get a laugh out of it were high because of me not liking paranormal romance. But it's Allie Hazelwood, and I really wanted to give Allie Hazelwood like a shot with all of her books because I generally like her adult books. I did not like Check and Mate, but it is young adult, so, and she tried to make it's more new adult. Like, Check and Mate is not young adult. I would not let someone under, like, 16 read that, or with caution, under 16. I don't have kids, so I can't tell you 100% how I feel about that. But yeah, Bride, paranormal romance. We're following a main character who is a vampire, and it's a romance between her and a werewolf. And there are a lot of terms that I had to learn about. And there were some that I hoped I'd never read about that I knew and I did not expect to read about. And they were definitely in there. So it was a wild ride. I'm not going to say much other than that. You'll have to watch the rest of the video to see if I liked it or not. So yeah, I had an interesting time. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It is pretty short. There's no spoilers or anything like that. It's just a reading experience of a book that I had some mixed feelings going into. And again, it's just Allie Hazelwood, so what the heck, I might as well do a reading vlog for it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future content. I will be coming out with my March wrap-up, which is like 2 books because March was a really rough health and moving month. And then I should have some other stuff. Oh, our March book I am currently still reading. I'm just behind on everything. And I will be doing, and there's an ARC video that I'm working on. So there's a bunch of stuff coming out. Oh, and my unboxings. my mom is visiting this coming Sunday, and she is bringing all of the boxes from March and some from February. So it's a lot of stuff. She keeps sending me pictures, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's such a big pile. So she's apparently bringing all of them. So we'll see how that goes, and I will do a huge unboxing video for you guys because we're missing a lot of Luma crates especially. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will get right into the actual reading. I am about 70 pages, 80 pages. I'm 85 pages into Bride. 85 pages into Bride. I still don't know how I feel about this cover. Like, I really, really don't know how I feel about this cover. I don't love the artwork on the inside either, except for the cat. I really like the cat on the back. I'll show you guys a full thing of this, or it's in one of my unboxings, so you can check that out. But I don't know how I feel about this cover, but I kind of like it at the same time. But it also kind of creeps me out that she's looking romantically at a wolf. Like, kind of weirds me out. And I do really like the original cover, so if I like this book a lot, I'll probably go get the original cover. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, and I think it's because I went into this thinking that it was going to be an absolute smut fest like some of the other wear shifter romances that I've attempted to read, because I've never fully read one. I've attempted to read some of them, and it's just like immediate stuff I don't like. This has been world building. Like, there's definitely been some moments with the Ware character that are very obviously have tension moments already, but it's nothing like that bad. I was impressed with that. There's already like a trope in here from the Ware romances that I'm already like a little, this is gonna be weird later, but as of right now, it's not that bad. We are literally just getting to know our main character really, really well, and I already really like her. Her name is Misery, and she is a vampire, and she worked as a human something for 10 years or something like that. So she's been living in the human world, which is not something you normally do. She's been living in the human world for her whole life, and then she gets called in by her dad to be a part of this arranged marriage situation. And I didn't realize, but this is like a missing person mystery at the same time. So like, her friend has gone missing, and she's trying to figure out what happened to her friend as well, which is really cool and really interesting, and I wasn't expecting that. So you kind of have like a multi-layer thing going on, and it feels like an Ali Hazelwood book. I was the most worried thinking that this wouldn't feel like an Ali Hazelwood book, but it does. Like, it's not immediate jump into the romance. It's chill. We're learning about our characters a lot. To me, this is like almost true enemies to lovers, kind of. It's very hard to have a true enemies to lovers, but these two groups of people hate each other. So she doesn't necessarily hate him. He doesn't necessarily hate her, but they hate each other as a group. Less on his side, more on her side. But again, she's more like, she doesn't really care. Like, she doesn't hate them. She's just like, whatever. So I guess it's not actually true enemies to lovers, but it's enemy families to lovers, I guess. But it's 85 pages in, and there's still no romance, which is really nice. I feel like it's going to be a really good build, so I like that. I am a little nervous about when we get to that part, but as of right now, it is world building because this world is very different. It's like humans live in one section, vampires live in another section, and wares live in another section, and the wares and the vampires hate each other and they kill each other, and there's a lot of like going on with that. So I'm just kind of really enjoying the world building, and we're learning the characters in the Ware area through our main character Misery, who's a vampire. So it's very interesting, and she's funny. She's a funny character, which I really appreciate. So I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. So no one's more surprised than I am, because I went into this thinking I was going to absolutely hate this because it's just not my style of book. But it's Ali Hazelwood. It's Ali Hazelwood, and it feels like an Ali Hazelwood book. If you just take out the supernatural elements, it's an Ali Hazelwood book. So mind is open. We're having a good time. I will update you another 50 pages or 80 pages in, and yeah, let you know how I'm feeling about it then. I'm 155 pages into Bride, and I am obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed with this book. It is still, as of currently, clean, which I'm liking, because at this point we've gotten far enough in the book that once the actual like smut starts, I'm not gonna really care, because we actually had like enough like build up at the beginning where I feel like I really know the characters and like the characters, and I just hope it continues this way. I'm really hoping we can get to like 250 pages. Is that a lot to ask? Is that a lot to ask? Like, I want about 250 pages of the slow burn before anything starts. And then I can, you know, skip things that I don't like and still feel like I read 95% of the book. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want from romance books, is mostly plot and just a little bit of that, so I can kind of skip ahead and just enjoy what I enjoyed. I'm obsessed. This was not on the bingo card of like life in general. Like, I'm so surprised. I'm liking this so much better than her other books. This is giving me the same vibes as The Love Hypothesis. That's how much I love it. I gave The Love Hypothesis 5 stars, and then her other two were 3.5 and 4 stars, I think. And then Check and Mate, I did not like at all, so we're not going to count that one. And then I haven't read the anthology series yet, or the short story collection, but this is so good. Like, this is so good so far. I love the build-up. Before each chapter, we have, because at first I was like, ooh, I kind of wish there was a point of view from Lo, our male protagonist. But what they did instead, which I actually really like, is there's like little tiny notations right under the chapter like numbers, and it's like stuff kind of from his perspective, like a little tiny thing, and I'm obsessed with it. It's so smart. I absolutely love it. I think that more authors could do something like that, and it's so good. I love it because it's not too much from his point of view. His stuff is like still hidden. That is one thing. This book is very obvious. Like, it's very obvious there's a miscommunication trope going on this, but I'm not hating it. It's kind of just like okay, yeah, of course, like this is actually this way. Like, yeah. So like one of the big things is he's, oh God, if I say it, it's gonna sound weird. He smells her, and he makes like points of like being weirded out by it. And so in her mind, she's like, oh, I smell like old dirty socks and fish. And obviously it's like, we know better. Like, we know he actually is like obsessed with her. Like, duh. So I'm just really liking it. I'm really liking it, minus the weird stuff. I'm kind of just glossing over some of the weirder things. I'm just scared the romance part is gonna start and I'm gonna not like it. So I'm just kind of like fingers crossed that I continue liking it. But I'm loving the plot. I love the characters. I love what's going on. I love the mystery. It's just all so good. So I feel like I'm not going to have much of an update until either I don't like it anymore or I'm finished with it. So I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping this is a 5-star. I'm optimistic, okay? I'm very optimistic. Can you tell how tired I am? Like, I've never looked this bad on the internet before. I didn't realize how bad I looked. I read the whole book today. It's not good for your complexion at all. Would not recommend doing it. Anyway, I finished Bride. 5 stars. Definitely not in my bingo card for 2024. I am so confused how this was so good. And I love it because there's definitely going to be another book in the series. Like, there has to be. The way that this ended, it's going to be like romance series where it's following other characters in the world. And I am so excited. I could literally not be more excited. I'm so excited. Oh man, my brain hurts. It's been a long time since I read this much in a single day, like mostly because of medical stuff, but also because I have the shortest attention span known to man when it comes to reading, like just long periods of time. Like, I've been reading for the past like 4 hours, I think, because I'm not the fastest reader. I'm really not. I'm not the fastest reader. But I whipped through this book. This book is like 400 pages, I think, and I read pretty much the entirety of it today. I think I read about 50 pages yesterday, but I read the rest of it today, which is a feat for me. I am not one of those people that can read that fast and that much in a day. It is very rare, and yeah, it has been quite a while since I read something this fast. I loved it. I really, really loved it. I loved the characters. I loved the plot. I loved just so much about it. I think the romance was such a good slow burn. I feel like it was a little absurd with the misunderstanding stuff, but I feel like Allie Hazelwood knew that you knew what was going on. Like, she didn't try to like pretend like you didn't really know what was going on. Like, she knew that you knew, but had fun with it anyway. I feel like it was one of those miscommunication books where it was like, we all know and it actually is okay. Like, I think that's what it is. Because it worked for me, and I normally don't love miscommunication as a trope. It was so good. Barring some very weird sex scenes, especially the end, the very last one. I really liked it. I really liked it. I pretty much just like don't account for those kinds of things unless they're like really bad or very often. I felt like the amount was appropriate for the book. It wasn't too soon. I didn't feel like anything was rushed. So it just worked. It worked as a romance as a whole, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. And again, I never thought I would say that about a paranormal were shifter vampire romance book. Again, definitely not on the bingo card. I'm confused, but I'm okay with it at the same time. Like, it's a very weird experience. And I feel like most of it probably has to do with that it's Allie Hazelwood. I just really like her writing style. And I think that her writing style did really well for the content of this book. And I really liked it. And I really don't have that much else to say about that. It's 5 stars. It was so much fun. Wasn't expecting it. If you are unsure if you want to try it, I would say go ahead. If you enjoy Allie Hazelwood's writing and general plotline building, it follows a similar stuff, and there is a little bit of a mystery in there, which I really, really liked. I was very interested to see where the mystery was going. So I would say try it if you're nervous. Like, I definitely was super nervous, and that's why I kind of jumped into the book right away the second I got it, because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna like this. And it's like my most obvious 5-star of the year so far, which is like, what's happening? What world are we living in right now? So I'm shocked. I'm flabbergasted. I'm shocked. We're having a good time out here. And yeah, we're gonna stop there. I don't want to do spoilers or anything. I'm just so excited that there's gonna be another book. Like, she hasn't said I don't think that there's gonna be another book, but it's very obvious there's gonna be another book following 2 different characters. 2 characters that I love. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So yeah, that is everything I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Very quick, non-spoiler video for Bride. It was just good. It was just good. It was so good. I gotta get a copy from the store. I gotta get a normal copy. Oh man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I had such a good time. So that is everything I have for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it, and make sure you comment down below what you thought. If you're excited about reading this, if you haven't read it yet, if you're gonna give it a try, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't, all the things, etc. And yeah, this was a huge surprise. I am so happy this went the way that it went. I'm so excited. So anyway, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.